happening, everybody? It's me, Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays. We're talking the Suns at the Trailblazers. With me today, I've got Chip Chirimbus for your free Tuesday pick. Chip Chirimbus, my friend, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well, but Allie, the season is moving on, and it looks like we got rid of the early doldrums. Now we've hit 3 straight NBA winners, given one day at a time, and
I
we're
love that.
posting hockey as well. How about that? But right
Yeah.
now we're concentrating the NBA and football, of course, are the big sellers.
Yes, you're a big deal over on the football leaderboards. That's kind of a big deal. Leaderboard alert. Ranked number 3 on the leaderboards with a 10-5 record just over the last 3 days. That's over all sports. But you're ranked number 1 in college football, 23-11 over all college football, all the cappers on the site. Chip is ranked number 1. So if you're looking, and we'll talk more about this later, but if you're looking for some college football action, Chip might be your guy. I think he is. Okay, so let's get into this one. We're talking the Suns at the Trailblazers. It's 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC. This is going to be a primetime little matchup here. Blazers are the favorite at home, -4.5. The total's 237.5. Chip, what's your pick?
Well, these two don't really catch a lot of national attention because their finals come in and from Phoenix and from Portland, and the East Coast is already asleep. Some of the papers don't even have the finals printed in the morning, and thank goodness for the internet and ESPN. But Portland has played surprisingly well, much better. They've come a long way from where they were last year. Neither of these teams made the playoffs last year. The Phoenix opened with 2 home wins in November against them, and then they met later on in February last year, and Portland won those 2 games. So they split 4 games. The thing here is Portland really is looking to run the ball and score. They're 10-3 to the over, and they're at home. So I feel more like they're going to be able to set the tempo, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
And am I feeling like Gavin Newsom, moving my hands too much here?
No, I'm Italian. This is how I talk. Yeah. Don't judge me. Okay.
Tell me about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Yeah, well, Phoenix had won 5 straight before they lost to Atlanta. Fortunately, we had Atlanta plus 1.5. They won outright. So this is, again, part of feeling good about what you're doing now in the NBA. It took 2 weeks to sort of catch my rhythm. And having played against Phoenix, I can come right back against them right here. Yep, or, bam. Like I said, I think the better alternative is to play this game over the total.
Over the totals, the way that that's exactly what I thought too. They're hungrier teams. Now, as you mentioned, Portland not so hot last year, off to a much better start this year. What's the big difference maker there? Do you think? Is it a coaching thing? Is it addition by subtraction? What's the difference maker?
Well, maybe they're trying and not tanking games. No, I don't mean to be facetious about a very bad thing going on in the league right now, which started in Portland. That's why I did say it. But you have young blood there that they're hearing last year how bad they were. And I think they just work hard at getting better. Look what Detroit's done. Detroit 3 years ago, they were at the bottom, the absolute bottom in the pits. And they grind their way through. And it's the best way to go, unless you could be fortunate enough to be able to draft at the time a Lou Alcindor or Wilt Chamberlain or someone like that. There's going to be that. Shaquille O'Neal. Guys don't quite have that same impact. The number 1 pick was 18 years old. He's playing in the NBA right now at 18. And Cooper Flag is doing fine, but he's still not going to have the defensive impact and the overall impact. Even Larry Bird was a little bit older. People didn't realize he came out after his junior year, but he had already had 2 years, one at Indiana and then again at Indiana State. So he was a little bit more mature and physically. Alex, these guys, they come out so young, physically, they're just not, their bodies aren't able to handle it.
Right. I have a 15-year-old son who as a freshman, he was playing junior varsity. Now he's a sophomore. He's going to play varsity. Oh, great. And that it's, just watching the games, a lot of these kids, they're big kids, but they haven't grown into knowing how to use their body yet, know, or it's a coordination issue. And I know they're they're not that much younger though. My kid's 15, Cooper Flag's 18. That's not that much younger. It's 3 years kind of a thing, but the one and done era of college basketball has definitely affected the NBA. And, it makes a huge difference, especially when you have those premier coaches like a Coach K, who was at West Point, who has, he was under Bob Knight at West Point, and he's a military guy who's got a strategy. He's got a game plan. He's putting his soldiers in where, for the best defense. And you just really don't have time to build that kind of a program when your best player is only going to be there for a year. I think the one and done system was like one of the worst things that college basketball that ever happened to college basketball.
Maybe with NIL you'd be able to keep them because they're getting money, and they'll still be getting money. Maybe not quite as much to leave. They might be able to. But, Larinaga left Miami. We know Saban left. And a lot of these coaches just don't want to deal with the NIL. And and I don't blame them at all, because now that to tell the truth, the player has all the power. And the player, he's playing at Oklahoma 1 year and at Florida State the next year, and then the University of Miami the year after that. Cam Ward did it, and Bo Nix did it, and Lisa Penix did it. I used to think the reward when you went to a university and you played was the education.
You get you get the scholarship.
That's why you were there for free. And now you want to get paid, and nobody goes to school. You used to have to learn. You used to have to know how to read and write and spell before you got into a university.
My kid has a B in Spanish and can't speak a lick of Spanish. Explain that to me.
I failed it 3 times.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, back to basketball. And again, because we are kind of talking a little bit of football there, Chip is your football guy. Head over to picksandparlays.net. Number 3 over the last 3 days. Number 1 in college football over the last 30 days. That is quite the record there, sir. 23-11. And so find his premium plays right here over at picksandparlays.net. And if you're looking for more of Chip, find him over on X at Chipper Wins. If you're looking for more of me, you can find me at Plus Money Honey. And please do give us a follow at Picks Parlays over on X. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. That's how we do it here. And like we said, for the Suns at the Trailblazers, we are going to take it over 237.5 American points. Let's go Trailblazers. Also, that's just my pick because I used to live in Portland. So let's go Trailblazers, and let's take it over for this Tuesday night pick. Thank you so much for joining me, Chip. What do you have over at the site loaded up for this weekend? Are you ready to go?
No, I'd like to wait and make sure I can get as much information as I can. But I have 3 or 4 matchups already that I've highlighted. And
how'd your Mega Bucks kicked butt last night? You had Oklahoma, didn't you?
Yeah, and at Oklahoma Saturday over Alabama, we're now 17-6. Thank you, Allie, and that makes it 73%. This is the big game. It's a game you can step out on. It's a game you can play with confidence. I used to be the A play where I'd only give out 1 game, but public demands a little bit more action. So I'll still have that mega buck, that A play. And they were low number 2-0, only 2-0 with games of the year, conference games of the year, things along those lines, because the beginning of the season wasn't quite what I had thought I was seeing, and it took a while to adjust. But we're still there, 17-6 and 2-0 with the big games, and they're coming up. They'll be coming fast and furious real soon.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, Chip. Thank you for coming on the show. We'll see you guys next time. Let's go with the over when the Suns play the Trailblazers on Tuesday.